Mm. Mm.
Hey, we're live. Hey, fellas. That was kind of weird. Good morning. Why is my Oh, I see now what I did. I couldn't see that I was live, and I actually kind of spaced out there for a second. Hey, how's everybody doing? How are we doing today? All right, let's go. We need to get everything situated here. Wendell, good morning. Lorello, JX, Stephen Hyman, good morning. Are you new? I don't remember. I don't remember your name. If you're new, welcome. Speed Racer, good morning. Good morning, fellas. How was your guys' day then yesterday? Oh, okay. Man, look at this move again. This is a beautiful move. Wasn't at my desk, but man, there were some nice pullback opportunities here. I almost took this trade right here. I almost took it right before I went live, but thought, I'll wait. Didn't like going long right here before the open. Yeah, thankfully, GX, thankfully. That's funny. Okay, I think. Oh, yeah, I wanted to get my clock. All right. Oh, check my second screen here. I might eventually change or set it up where like this is my primary screen. Like just this. I kind of like it. It's kind of cleaner. It's a little bit more clean. Hey, good morning, Garrett. Good morning, Mail Gossip. If I have moles, I do have some problems with them, but I do treat the lawn for grubs. I treat the lawn for grubs twice a year, and that usually takes care of it. But if I skip a season, it's kind of weird. So I treat my lawn for grubs a lot, but my neighbors don't. And it's like all of the moles, everything just goes over to their yard because they have huge, like really big problems with moles. Hey, Cash. How much Cash? How much payout I've gotten so far? With Apex specifically, I have not gotten a payout. That is the journey we're on. I've gotten payout from other prop firms, but not from Apex yet. Not to their fault. My own fault. But we're going to get there. Hey, Randall Mark, good morning. GX, I have found, or I have heard, that dynamite does work really well. It also works really well then to reseed your lawn. Hey, David Henry, good morning. Good morning. So we did end up having, I had a pretty good day yesterday. I ended stream around noon. I had a meeting, and I actually came back to my desk around 1:30, right after this huge move lower had happened. And I did take a couple trades. You can see my account balance. So here is my account balance. I ended up the day on the 150K account, on the 150K PA account, ended up like $794 in profit. Actually, I took a screenshot. Let me just show it. This was my P&L then for yesterday. So we were like $800 profit in the take profit account. So we're at a little bit over 1,000 on this PA account. And we were at about 800 in profit on our fresh 150K account. And then we were like 70, 65, whatever dollars per account on the 50K funded accounts. So I was pretty happy with how I was. Now, of course, I say all that. I went short here. Let me show you guys. It actually was like, I don't like complaining when I don't like complaining about stuff when I make money, but this one actually did kind of hurt. So right here, yesterday, I come back and we're right here. Okay. And I see that we're trying to get above VWAP and we struggled. And I go short right here. I go short at 380. Okay. Perfect entry. And I took profit right here at 366. Oh, man. Whoa. Look who's in the house. Umar. How we doing, Umar? The legend himself. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was, I was on the wrong screen, guys. Sorry. So here, sorry, I'll show again. So here I was chopping, like we came out to VWAP here. This is when I came back to my desk. And yeah, I went short right here, ended up covering and taking my profit right here, which what really what I was disappointed in is I took it with 2 contracts for the sole purpose of trying to get a runner, because I thought, hey, there is a chance that we test these lows again right here. And just got, I don't know. I didn't stick with my plan. And, so yeah, I was a little disappointed in that, but how's it going? Umar? I've been a follower and a subscriber of you for a long time. Hey, Umar with the 350. Shut up. Oh, Umar, thank you. No shot. Man, this is how I like starting off the day. Thank you, Umar. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Really enjoy your content, Umar. Enjoy your content and your transparency. And thank you. Thank you. Yes, we are repping TradeZella right here. I love it. I love it. I love TradeZella. This is a great time to remind everyone, if you are not journaling your trades, what are you doing with your life? You need to journal your trades, like figure out what you can do better. Like that's one thing on this trade, like I didn't stick with my plan. Just did not stick with my original plan. And the reason I call it mind trash, because the thoughts that went through my mind when I was in that trade, because I had a trade earlier where I was in nice profit and then it went all the way back and stopped me out. So those thoughts keep going through your mind and you're like, oh, I don't want that to happen again. So you take, you just take your profit too early. You don't journal, David Henry? Well, this is a great opportunity and time to journal. And TradeZella is hands down the best journaling platform. And I'm not saying that as being biased. I researched a lot of journaling platforms, and TradeZella is pretty easily the winner for me. But yeah, check it out. There is a link in the description below. Thanks for stopping by, Umar. Thank you. Hey, Lorello forecasting with the 419. Man, we are starting off this Friday on the right foot here. Let's go. Thank you for the $4, Lorello. I appreciate it. Now, what was your call out? You're calling 419 SPY close. All right, I guess we'll see. Remember, don't get too biased. Hey, Esther, you got TradeZella because of me? I love it. You don't have time for journaling, David Henry? You don't have time not to do it. And what really helps me is the fact that I record my streams is actually so helpful, because what I like doing is, especially when I have losing trades or I have trades where I don't like, I love that you can go back and I can see, like, and actually watch myself trading, because it helps with the mental part of it, because I know what I'm feeling when I'm in the trade and I know what I'm like battling with, and then watching the trade unfold where I'm not battling with those emotions. It is so easy. Like when I was looking at this trade, entering a short right here, it was like rewatching that, and I just recorded my screen, was like, dude, what are you doing? Just let it go. But obviously that's also with some hindsight perspective as well. So anyway, that's a pretty exciting start to the day here. Umar making his presence felt. You know what? I need to change something. Tristan, I do agree with that. If you don't have time to journal, then yikes. Or at least you need to be taking notes or something. One thing I've tried to focus on a little bit more recently, and this is from listening to Trader Dante. He like, yeah, trying to track my winning trades or my like how much drawdown I go through in my winning trades. And I think that's pretty, I don't know, I think that's important to kind of gives you a good idea of when you should be cutting your losses and when you shouldn't be cutting your losses. Hey, Brian Gardner, coffee is strong and Friday's here. Thank you, Brian. Let's get it. Let's get it, folks. Hope everyone has a great day of trading. Let's follow the plan and not be crazy. We are pulling back here right at the open. Not looking to trade here at the open. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of volatility. Man, I gotta say though, man, yesterday afternoon, that was some wild price action. Wild. You've been trading 8 years. You got this. Hey, I mean, you do you, David. Like I always say, if you are consistently profitable, then don't let anyone tell you how to trade. Don't let anyone tell you. I personally think there's always room for improvement. There's always things you can do better. But as a trader, one thing we have to do is protect our mental confidence. And it's crazy how much difference, like how much of a difference it can make when you are, when someone is saying, hey, you can't trade and you're a terrible trader and stuff, and how much that actually does affect your mental capacity and mental, like your confidence. And if you trade with no confidence, it's usually doesn't end well. Yeah, I agree, Coffee Trader. I was watching. There was a rip lower. But see, my theory is if we are opening at highs, basically if we're opening at the highs, then we rip lower. If we are in any kind of pullback, then we rip higher. That's my theory. You make money every day, David Henry. Well, see now you're kind of exposing yourself, David. No one, I don't care if, especially if you've been trading for 8 years, you would know better than to make that kind of comment. Because no one makes money every day. Also, there is news at 10 o'clock, so we got to be careful too. Like I said, if you only have green days of trading, it's one of two things. There's only two things. Either you're lying or you just started trading. It's one of the two, okay? You just saw a big fly. Wait, David Henry. David, please tell me. Are you telling me that you've been trading for 8 years and you've never had a red day? Please tell me, confirm. Can you confirm? Because if it is, I wanna buy your course, your book, and everything you gotta sell. Because that sounds like a YouTube furu. 8 years of green. Life is good. So for the past 2 years you've had green days, or like, I want to know, like, how long has your streak of green been? We're starting off the day with a bang. Man, I can't believe that Umar himself stopped in and he donated 350. That makes up for Patrick Whelan's shortcomings. That is pretty amazing. Your small time, only 6 million. Gosh, this is getting better and better. Yeah, Esther, I do feel confident that Umar's donation will go through. I thought about starting a Twitter feed, and this is just a troll, but it would be kind of funny. I thought about starting a Twitter feed, and every day I'll start with, day one of Patrick Whelan not paying, the $800, and then day two, day three, and then have a quote Patrick Whelan. Whelans always pay their debts, 2023, and just keep it like that, and do that tweet every single day until he pays. I need to tweet more. Yeah, I probably do. I just don't really know what to tweet. This head of mine is kind of blank. I did. Hey, here for those that didn't see it, these stupid flies will be the death of me. Like, where are they coming from? You'd think I have a dead animal in my office or something, with how many. All right, we are pushing higher. 335s, 340s. We have news at 10 o'clock. Just not really interested in trading this before. We shall wait and be patient. So here, I found this very interesting. So well, here. So here is basically a summary of the web traffic for prop firms. Okay? Now, or what I was looking at was, okay, like, okay, this is more like just a little burr in my side where it just annoys me. It annoys me how much that Michael Patak, or whatever his last name is from Top Step, it really annoys me how many times during his, whenever he's on stream or talking or whatever, he is constantly doing these jabs and like just taking stabs and taking shots at Apex, and just for not really any, like, it's just pathetic to me. But Yeah, so see here. Okay, I don't want to, I'm not taking a trade anyway. But here you can see Apex from month to month is their web site traffic is increasing 10% from month to month. They are getting 3.3 million monthly visits compared to Top Step at 1.2 million. So less than half, and Top Step is actually going lower in growth month over month. Like here. So it's just, yeah, it's obviously a jealousy thing, I think. Like it irks him to know. You can tell it irritates him that Apex is better than or bigger than Top Step, and I don't know. I find it kind of funny and petty at the same time. Wow, look at this thing rip. Anyway, yeah, it's called sales. That's true. And then, like, he is constantly calling out Apex for a discount prop firm and insinuating that it's impossible to get a payout, which Apex has had, I think last month is going to be over 10 million in payouts. So it's I don't know. I'm sure that Apex sees that stuff but I commend Apex or Daryl for taking the high road. He doesn't really come back at him that much. But wow, we are at 360. Wow. We are 10 minutes in. So let's zoom out a little bit here. So our first area of resistance is going to be 365, according to what I have. But wow. Yeah, JX. I mean, obviously, I think Apex could definitely improve on the withdrawal portion of it. But on the flip side of it, if I'm an Apex owner and the growth that they continue to see, there's no need to change anything, really. I mean, it really isn't. Hey, John. Sorry, I just saw your message on trade day. I mean, trade day, I think. So the thing, John, the biggest thing that I would say with trade day is you really have to look at the evaluation account differently than you normally do, especially like with Apex. So you have to trade for 10 days and you have to be consistent on all 10 days. So what that means is, they have a 30% consistency rule on their evaluation, but you also have to, like, you can't just flip contracts on any of those 10 days. Like, you have to be trading all 10, every single one of those 10 days. So even if you pass it on day 5 and then you just flip contracts for the remaining 5 days, you're not going to pass. So that's a very important thing to understand going into it. EJ kind of, but the thing with that, it shows new, like what I look at in that. Obviously, there's on just the direct website traffic doesn't tell you everything, because yes, a lot of those are going to be returning. But the unique visitors, which means So here, so unique visitors is very important. That means that new people are signing up, not signing up maybe, but new people are clicking and trying out Apex. And according to that, you know, Top Step is getting 300,000 unique visitors per month, and Apex is getting 536,000. So again, it's just more. But yeah, you're right. All right, we are at the 380s here. Should have just gone long and held. Didn't expect this kind of big a move before the news, but hey, what do I know? We will be patient. I mean, I am honestly kind of looking at, so if you look at the daily chart here, so we finally had a red day. Finally had a red day. And what I'm curious is what we're going to do if we test the 420s. The 420s has been a pretty solid area of resistance. So once we get to the 420s and we start seeing resistance, then I might look to, I want to give it at least an opportunity on a short at the 420s, but until then, there's no reason to think that we're going lower. EJ. uh, that would be a good way to keep yourself calm. Maybe that's the key. Neo, I don't think so. No, it shouldn't have anything to do with that. I mean, I'm thinking it might, I mean, possibly just because of how fast the market was moving on that news that you didn't, your stop wasn't hit. Or I've seen that happen before. Hey, thank you, EJ. It is crazy. What if you pass 2 evaluation accounts? Will they just accept 1? Blur, with Apex, you can have up to 20 funded accounts. Let me show you. Right here. I have a total of 20 funded accounts. So if you pass 2 evals, you will get 2 separate emails, and you will get 2 funded accounts if that's what you want. But it was 1 hour before the news. Well, but the news at 1 o'clock, Neo, was actually the biggest news. Like, the news at 1 o'clock was the big mover. That was the bond auction. And for some reason, it just went crazy. JX, no, I'm not using Quant Tower. I am using the Replicanto. I am using the Replicanto trade copier, and I love it. I've watched a couple people trading Quant Tower trade copier, and it's pretty bad. I would never use that, especially trading 20 accounts. Maybe if I'm only trading one or two or three, maybe, but Replicanto is just way more consistent on your entries, exits, and etc. But I think Quant Tower's great, but for trade copying, not a fan. Which is very important to me, and Ninja Trader, because of Guardian Angel Trader. I will never switch to a different platform, primarily because of Guardian Angel Trader. Yeah, Neo, it was. Then that's kind of what got everybody by surprise, Neo. So the actual news was 2 o'clock. That's when Powell was speaking. But there was a bond auction at 1 o'clock that was kind of a low impact news event. But I guess something with the bond auction and how the bond auction, what happened, it just ripped lower. Yeah, it was crazy, Neo. Thankfully, I was not in a trade. I'm very thankful. Blur. So if you want to track how many days that you've traded, then go directly to your log into your account on Apex, and then there's a tab at the top where it says account summary. That's where you want to look at to track how many days traded you're at. All right, 9:53. We're 7 minutes away from the news. We will hold tight. Does anyone know where you can see how many days? Oh, never mind, Blur. I read that. Hey, Trade with Hamza, how we doing? Yes, Trade with Hamza. I did ask quite a bit. I was asking and I don't know, yeah, you missed it this morning. Actually, you can see it this the super chat above. Um Umar, the legend himself. Umar stopped in this morning and tipped 350. Let's go. Shout out to Tradezilla. Wait, John, really? 3 days ago and it's not activated? Something's wrong. All of my accounts are usually active within 2 hours. Yeah, Umar, the legend himself, stopped by early this morning and tipped $350, which is a great start to the Friday. Really, we can't lose today. You know, regardless what happens, we can't lose. Wait, 350 AE. Wait, is it AED? What's AED? Hey, that's okay. That's still what is it? Let me look. 95 US dollars. I'll take it. That's I'm not complaining. Where does AED, where is that from? Oh, okay, United Arab Emirates. Emirate, or however you pronounce that. Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's all right. Still much appreciated. Oh yeah, he does live in Dubai. All right, we are 30 seconds away from the news. Let's see what happens. News in 10 seconds. And we are going a little lower, I guess. Hmm. Lorello, you were pretty convinced that we're gonna dump. We definitely could. It is definitely an option. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Getting a pretty decent pullback here. Kind of curious what we do when we test the 30s here. Nothing really, not really. I mean, we're pulling back 50 points here now. I'm just gonna let this play out a little bit. Now pulling back a little bit more. Maybe test this 30 range. Hmm. Things looking weak. What was going on there? Are we having rhythmic issues? Did you see that? Did you guys see that? I mean, it just went right through my take profit order. But as soon as it hit close, then it took the trade. Dang it. Kind of got me to just, you have to rewind it to see it, but I entered and it went right to my first take profit, but it didn't fill the order. Just didn't fill it until I hit close, and then when I hit close, it filled it right away. It's almost like it didn't recognize my take profit order. Kind of weird. Probably would have held that a little bit longer if it didn't act so weird. It's all right. We'll take it. But we did, I mean, we barely touched the 30s here. This is right where I was watching or looking for. Now, this is tempting here to short this. Oh, I'm not going to do it. I think right now we could go either way. We could go and we could be making new lows here, or yeah, it looks like that's what we want to do. You did Black Coffee Trader, interesting. I guess, yeah, and also of note, this is on the Tradeovate connection, not the Rhythmic connection. Hey, Matty Matt, you got to the payout level? Let's go. Let's go, Matty Matt. That is awesome. Now, do not trade those accounts. Pay yourself, but don't trade those until you've requested the payout and it's actually out of your account. That is an order. Yeah, usually you see kind of a yellow. Yep, I agree. Man, I was very close to shorting this. All right, are we going to try and get a push higher here? Looks like we might. I really need to use the restroom. Ugh, I'll be right back. And we're back. Ooh, we do want to go higher, huh? Question mark. Kind of. Ah, trade with Hamza. That just pains me when I see people. Nothing that pains me more than when I see people that have reached the payout threshold and they continue trading and then blow the account. That actually hurts my soul. Man. And we're pulling back. What? Really, Travis? In what way? No shot. Was that with a laptop, Travis? Or like were you just not able to like did your computer just freeze? Oh man, I'm so sorry. That would that would really upset me. That would really really upset me. Hmm. Really, Travis? What the world? But you could still see the price moving? That is so weird. Okay, the 10 o'clock news. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry, Travis. That's not fair, man. But hopefully, yeah, maybe hopefully they can if it is a rhythmic issue, usually Apex will fix that. So hopefully that's the case. That always scares me to trade then. Yeah, that's always I always like when I'm having issues and having technical difficulties, I always like to use the flatten all button. Like just spam the flatten all button because if you hit close, it can put you in a reverse position. But if you just hit the flatten all button, then it'll just flatten you, not put you in additional trades. All right, let's see. Can this move? Are we going to make new highs here? Let's see. I don't. I mean, it feels like it wants to. The volume isn't that great. Hey, RM Trades, how we doing? How's your day going? I appreciated your video last night, RM Trades. I can relate. Or the other day, was it yes? Yeah, yesterday's video. I can totally relate. Sometimes when I watch back and I see myself trading, man, it's actually embarrassing. I especially there was a couple times where watching back my trades and I'm actually going like this. I'm like, oh my dear Lord, what are you doing? I think it's a combination of like watching yourself trade and watching it back. You already know the outcome. So it's kind of weird because I don't think you can have a really objective view because you already know the outcome and you're like, "Oh, you should have done this or you should have done that." When in the moment, things are different. Things are different in the moment. All right, market. Lorello, you're saying we're going to go down? I don't know, man. Always be careful of being too biased. That'll get you. That'll get you good. It will get you and get you good. But you could be right. I'm just saying. Do I even understand how much liquidity that is? All I know is, Lorello, I know this. I know that you don't know what's going to happen next. I know that I don't know what's going to happen next. We're just going to wait and see. The market is going to go up or down. See, now that I can agree with. So maybe we do know what's going to happen. What computer I'm using? Oh man. Um I have a beast. I have a beast of a computer. But I'll show you the specs here. Give me a second. If I can get it to open. Yeah, you need a beast. I agree. So this is what I have. Now, sorry, this is probably hard to read. I'll read it off, but my my processor is a 13th gen Intel Core i9 13900K, which that would have been this computer I got in I think June of this year. And at the time that was like the best processor you could get from Intel. The other thing I think is really important for trading is your RAM. So I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. And then my graphics card is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. Now, also of note, I have to have a beast of a computer because I'm doing all this trading and I'm also doing my drawings, which requires 3D. I'm doing 3D drawings and renderings at the same time. So it's a beast, okay? I'm not saying that you need this much computer, but I think the processor and the RAM is the most important thing for trading. You want to have plenty of RAM. especially with Ninja Trader, I've found out. And live streaming as well. Thank you, Trader Hamza. Yep. So I will say the computer is not let me down. It is not let me down. Now, Travis, if you want to get a computer like this one, I would highly recommend to go to a Micro Center. Go to a Micro Center and have them custom build one according to the specs you want. That's what I did with this one. All right, market. What's the plan here? What is the plan? I do feel like there's we're really struggling here to get, to go higher. It does make me think there's a possibility that we pull back more. And here we go. Hey, what is going on here? I hate. What is the deal with Trade of 8? So laggy. Whenever it's laggy like that, I just get out. I get out. Maybe that's panicking, but there is nothing I hate more than if it's laggy. I guess we'll call that a scalp. A quick little scalpy. Just weird. Yeah, the video card is not as important for trading. The video card for me is important because of my 3D drawing and rendering stuff. Now I'm hesitant to take a trade here because of how laggy it's been. Hey, you hit your max profit for the day, Matty Matt. Let's go. That's awesome. Can you show or talk about your daily profit loss this week? Just want to gauge the real trader equity line. I mean, real. I'm not. Here, let me see if I can show you. This actually has been a really good week for me. It has been a really good week for the most part. So hopefully we can end it on a good note. This is my equity line for the week. And I think, actually, I'm not quite sure that's right. That doesn't seem right. I've noticed when trying to Is that actually right? Yeah, no, it's not. So one thing I've noticed with Tradeovate, like if you try to do, so this would be correct. This is just on my um 20 funded accounts with Apex. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I have had my 19 funded accounts are doing a lot. They're getting a breath of fresh air this week. Much needed. But really, I mean, on the 19 on these accounts right here, which is right here, all the way down to here, all of these accounts are just me, are the 50K, the 19 50K accounts where I'm taking it very slow. Slow and steady is that is what we're doing on those accounts. We're only trading micros, and I've only taken one micro is the biggest. I've not even traded more than 2 contracts on it. Well, yes, I did. No, that was last week. This week I haven't. So I'm very happy with that. Slow and steady. We're just going to take, we're right now, my goal on those 19 50K accounts is $40 to $50 a day in profit. Once we hit that, I am happy. Hmm? That's thumbnail worthy. Actually, that's not a bad idea for my weekly video. Thank you, Travis. But it's actually a mate. And here's the other thing that I think I might it's actually crazy to me just trading one micro. I mean, it's actually it's I don't know. For those, because I'm trading all 19 funded accounts at the same time. So I'm only going in with one micro, and usually I'm looking for like 20 ticks, which is $10. Doesn't seem like a lot, right? But it adds up. Adds up. What if I lose a trade? I mean, I've had losses. I've had plenty of losses. If I lose a trade, then we move on. I have a max loss, a max daily loss set. And if I hit it, then I'm done. I am done for the day. And we go mow the yard or something. Okay, how come my account showed from? So this here is from closed. I don't know why it's named like that. So And again, yeah, there's a link in the description below, but this is from, like, this is actually like an indicator for account management. And I've been looking for something like this for quite some time. Finally found it. And for the most part, it is what I want. There's a couple changes I'd like to see, but this is your drawdown. So this is how much drawdown I have remaining on each account, which, as you guys know, NinjaTrader doesn't provide that by default, but this indicator, you can see your drawdown, account balance, and yeah. But that is what that is. Really, Travis? 1 to 2 micros, 15 to 6K. That's awesome. Are you serious? That's crazy. Hey, Sarwex. I'm not sure. Jeff C, Joel. But yeah, this is an indicator for account management tool. There's a link in the description if you want to, guys, if you want to check it out. I am affiliated with them. Full disclosure. You can save 30% if you use the code Nuttybar. If that's the case, great. If not, that's all right. But yeah, Joel, there should be a link in the description. It's the affordable indicators is the link you want to look for. But I really like it that, like, here, so you can also do sub accounts. So you can see my Apex funded total and then my grand total. So basically, this is what's important, this number. That's why I also like this account management tool. It's just clean where it shows your total profit and loss. And also you see the green highlighted ones right here. If it's green like this, it means it's an evaluation that's already funded. So these two accounts are funded, but we just haven't turned them into funded account. These are basically my two backups. I have a backup for my 150K. If, you know, God forbid, we lose this 150K account, then this will be the backup for that. And then this 50K account is the backup for if I move and I do 20 50K accounts. Right now I'm doing 19 50K accounts and 150K account. So if I run out of the 150K accounts, I might just switch to doing only 50K accounts and only trading the 50K, the 20 50K accounts, but we'll see. Right now, I'm actually not working on any evals. I'm not, which is kind of odd. I usually like to have an eval where I'm just kind of slowly working on. Oh, that is an update, actually. I guess I did not let you. So I had a 150K eval yesterday that I was working on, and I blew it up last night. And yesterday I took a loss on it, and then last night it kicked the can. So right now we're not working on any evals. We're just chilling. We are just chilling. But this price action is pretty ugly right now. Not much to do here. Yeah, Blur. Blur, I would suggest, like, if you're new to trading funded accounts, take it slow. Take it slow. Don't, I know it's tempting to, you know, think of all the money you can make and everything, and it's actually not good. If you think about, if you're just focusing, oh, I could make XYZ, take it slow if you're just starting out on your funded accounts, because there's a different mentality, and the psychological warfare is different on a PA account even than it is on an evaluation account, or so I've found. So just take it slow. Take it slow. That account is not running away. You don't have to get, take one micro trade on it for a day. Just, and only do that. Get a feel for it. Build up some confidence. I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself, by the way. All right, boys. What are we doing? Man, I don't know. This is like feels like a good setup, but for a long, I'm not taking it. I don't know. This feels kind of trappy. I might be wrong, and if I am, I'll be all right with it. But I don't know. The fact that we have not tested these highs again is kind of got me concerned. See, on this, like, this is where I do like use this indicator, because it just shows where maybe the current move or whatever is just not very strong. And right now the bulls are just non-existent. They're nowhere to be found. So we shall wait. Yeah, Ali, the 150Ks, and yeah, I hear you. Hey, Mr. Freeze, do I also work full time? I do also work. Yes, thankfully. I work from home, and I'm part business owner. I have a partner, small business, just a small business, and I do the drawings for the business. Hey, Fly Nod, how it works, the threshold on Apex on 150K eval, the balance is 157K. But it came down from 160K. The target to pass eval is 159. The distance to drawdown is now only $17. Okay, I am very confused, Fly Nod. But first and foremost, you should not be trading that account anymore if you've reached the profit threshold. You've reached the profit threshold, so don't trade it. You only need to flip a contract. You only need to trade one micro in and out immediately. And that will count as your traded day. If you have $17 left before the count, if you still have $17 of drawdown left, I think you'll be okay. But you need to get in, get out on a one micro contract, and do that until you have 7 days traded. Or am I not understanding something correctly there, Fly Nod? How long Travis, how long it took them to make the custom PC? Honestly, I ordered it like around noon, and they had it ready to go the next day. Now, I think if you order it like in the morning and you request same day pickup, that is an option, I think. So, okay, so max balance was 160. Yeah, so you need to slow down, Fly Nod. You need to slow down. No, so No daily drawdown. So it's an intraday trailing drawdown fly nod. So what's happening is you need to, yeah, I mean, if you have $17 of drawdown left, you need to be very, very careful. So do not blow the account. And this is what you're going to do, fly nod. If you still have 4 days left to trade, okay, you can do it, but you need to wait. Don't trade the market when it's really volatile. Wait to trade the market like between like 1 and 3 o'clock or 1 and 2 o'clock when there's no news, and go one micro contract on NQ and literally go in and immediately go out. That'll lose you probably like around $1. Wait, you're 157K? Oh, I thought you were at 159, fly nod. Yeah, I'm sorry. Then you're kind of that's unfortunate. But yeah, M and Q, but oh man, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that fly nod. Oh man, that pains me. That pains me to see that. I mean, I guess there's still a little bit of hope. If you can somehow take $17 of margin and turn it into 2K, I don't want to say it's not possible. I'm sure it would be possible, but it would require some luck. But yeah, take this as a lesson. Take this as a lesson next time. Once you reach your profit threshold, then you need to stop trading. Focus only on flipping a micro contract every day until you're at the end of your 7 days, and then you're done. So, I mean, I would still fly nod. I would try it. I mean, you got nothing to lose. You might as well try it. And obviously, it's very likely you're going to blow the account. But yeah, if you need another one, then you would have to buy another one. Oh, wow. Look at this move. Mr. Miller is not minding his business here. Now we're seeing some a little bit more of a momentum here. Yeah, he could go long 20 minis. No, that would not work. I thought you could flip contracts on Apex P8. No, you cannot flip contracts on a funded account, but you can on an evaluation account. Mm. Mm. Yeah, every time we try and go higher, it just immediately is rejected. How funded accounts work once you pass the evaluation, Sharma. Basically, you pass your evaluation, which means you've reached your profit target. You have traded 7 days. You'll get an email, and it will tell you, hey, this is, you need to pay for the activation fee. Either choose the one-time or the monthly, whatever works for you, and then you will get a funded account with a fresh account. Basically, if it's a 50K account, you get 50K. And there's some different rules. You can't trade the news. You can't flip contracts, and there's a 30% consistency rule. Once you get to your profit target of $2,600, you can request a payout of up to $2,000 per account. Hey, yes, RM Trades, what you got? Hey, that's very good, Lorello. That's very good. RM Trades, are you serious? They jacked up your payout and sent the wrong amount? Like, in what way? Are you saying, like, did we find a glitch in the system? Are you saying, so for example, let's say hypothetically, you requested $1,000 pay, requested a withdrawal of $1,000. Did your account, get taken down by $1,000? But you received a payout of $2,000. Is that how it happened? Or did your account go lower by $2,000, sent a 2.5K one-time payout, and should have been 3 2K payouts? I would probably reach out to support. That's probably what you should do. Sent. Should have been 3 2K payouts. Huh, that is weird, RM. I would definitely send a support ticket on that one. Yes, the trailing threshold stopped when you pass the evaluation. So, Rodriguez, yeah, once you have a funded account, the trailing drawdown, excuse me, the trailing drawdown stops once you reach your profit threshold. So once you reach $2,600 in profit, then the trailing drawdown stops. So, basically if you take a 50K account and get it to a balance of 60K, you have 10K of drawdown, if that makes sense. And you don't have a daily loss limit to deal with either. Like I always say, those intraday trailing drawdowns, everyone likes to make fun of them. Everyone likes to say how they're terrible. But there's some really big benefits to them. And one thing no one addresses, especially when Top Step talks about them, is A, the drawdown goes away once you reach your profit threshold on a funded account. Then you don't have to deal with it. And B, there's no daily loss limit to deal with. So it really is not that bad. Oh, man, I don't know what we're going to do here. I guess I should have bought. I know I talked about it. Right here would have been my entry. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But we're not going to do that. Hold it. Danny boy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hey, if you're receiving a payout, Danny boy, then that's a good thing. And that's the beauty of that's the beauty of Apex and any prop firm, really. The beauty of it is, you have a pretty low expenses. So if you get to one payout, it pays for a lot of evaluation and activation fees, will pay for itself you know, getting to one payout, which is the beauty of it. It's definitely just what we're trying to get to. Is this the new dashboard? Yes, it is, Blacklight Gypsy. It is. It's not quite how I like it 100%, but for now, this is what I'm using. Hey, Traitorous Chick. Did I miss you? Hey, good morning, Traitorous Chick. How we doing? Good morning, Kid Poker, as well. Good morning, Nutty Wheeland. How is that a benefit that it goes away, Nutty Wheeland? What do you mean? Are you talking? You mean the intraday trailing drawdown? How is it a benefit that it goes away? Because then you don't have any rules? Question mark? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Danny or Nutty Wheeland. Can you clarify? Okay, we are appearing like we are going to test the highs. All you bears out there is just going to have to wait a little bit longer and be patient. Yeah, but if you don't have a trailing drawdown, there is nothing to go away in the first place. No, but that's my whole point, Nutty Wheeland. If you have the end of day drawdown, like, my point is, yes, that goes away too, but there's still that drawdown to deal with. But what doesn't go away is your daily loss limit. That's my point. So most prop firms with an end of day drawdown, you always have a daily loss limit to deal with. So for example, if you take a 50K account and you build it up to a 10K in profit, for example, on Top Step, you still always have to deal with that $1,000 daily loss limit. Like, that does not go away. So my point is, if you use the intraday trailing drawdown, you don't have a daily loss limit to deal with, which means once you have a funded account above the profit threshold, then it's actually is a better account with less rules than the end of day drawdown is. The daily loss limit is a huge percentage of your account anyway. I mean, Nutty Wheeland, not if you have a 10K, not if you've taken a 50K account and you have 10K in profit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, profit target is 2,600. That I thought that's what I said, Hams. Maybe it's not. 10% is not big. For some people, it is, Nutty Wheeland. For some people, it is. Wow, look at this thing go. Do you have a problem, Nutty Wheeland, if I trade one micro? Is that a problem for you? It kind of seems like it might be. Maybe you need to go back and watch Patrick and his to get your fix. Oh, what a nice move. Testing the highs here. I mean, we are seeing momentum here, so obviously not going to buy up here. What I want to see this rip through and break through it, and then see if we can get long on a small pullback. If I've done any reviews of Blue Sky, I have not. Up, down, left, right. I have not. I honestly, I how would I say? I feel like I have enough prop firms to deal with. There is an inconsistency when you're concerned is what if. I'm not talking about myself, to be clear, Nutty Wheeland. I'm not saying that's a concern for me. I'm saying, like, if your goal is to trade big size and to have as the least amount of rules possible, my point is, if that is your goal, it's not my goal, but if that's your goal, then an intraday trailing drawdown actually is the better option. That's the only point I'm making. For me, no, it doesn't affect me. I'm not worried that that's going to be something I have to deal with, but I'm pointing out for those that is a deal. For example, I mean, if you're trading, I wouldn't do this, but some people do. You go long and they trade with 5 to 10 mini contracts. And yes, they're going to blow a lot of accounts, but they might have that ability to take a 50K account to 60, 70K. And it happened. It has happened. I've seen it. And those people don't want to, they want to have as much freedom as possible. Now, do I think that's a good way to do it? No, I don't. But hey, I'm not here to tell you how to trade. If that's how you want to do it, do it. All right, we have broken through. Let's see what kind of momentum we get here. Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. Hey, Garcia, do you want to list something? I did enter last night 15-2. Oh, you did, Garcia? That's awesome. Wow. That 15-200 was a beautiful. Let me show you guys what I actually thought about doing. Now, I don't like doing this, so. But I thought of. So when I went to bed at. Here, let me show you. I went to bed around here. I was in this area. I went to bed and I looked at the market and I saw that it tested the 200s here. And I almost put an order in for like 1 micro to buy right here at the 200 level. But then I'm like, I don't like having a trade open like during the night. So I didn't, but man, that thing would have worked out real nice. Hindsight being 2020 now. Hey, there's those that are gingers, and then there's those that wish they were gingers. All right, that's how I look at it. Okay, now it's ripping. Okay, now we just want to get a little bit of a pullback and we want to join. Come on, don't. Okay, actually, never mind. Let's just wait a second. We're right at this 420 area that has been a very... if we look here, see this 420 area? Let's not buy up here. I don't think that'll be a good idea. I mean, we could probably get a couple ticks, couple points. Yeah, Black Coffee Trader, same. Right here at 336 actually, where I had an entry. I really did. I didn't take it. I would have taken my profit right here, so let's not kid ourselves. But hindsight is always 20/20, right? Hindsight is 20/20. I mean, Lorello forecasting, you've been calling that you want to go short all morning long, but somehow you're green. I mean, hey, that's great, but doesn't quite add up. But hey, if you are green, that's great. Look at this thing rip. Gotta see. Well, we're going to pull back. We're going to pull back. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's... looks like yesterday. Look at this. This is called the... not the V-shape reversal. This is called the U-shape reversal. It's a nice bowl bottom. That's crazy. Imagine going long with one micro contract down here and just letting it ride. Imagine. One of these days, I'll do a trade like that, and then I'll go to Walmart all day long. And I'll come back, and it'll probably happen the reverse of what I think. Yep, GAT plus Walmart. I will say, though, Travis, there's one thing that I did discover with GAT, and this is to know, like, this is nothing to do with them, but if you get disconnected, GAT don't work. I did find that out, and I'll share more on that later. But obviously, yeah, if you get disconnected, then obviously it doesn't work. Yeah, Garcia, there's a point for that too. I don't know, Lorello. This is a good example of why you don't get stuck in a bias. You just don't. Don't get stuck in a bias. Oh, Travis, I was just saying, like, if you get disconnected, like if your internet goes down or you get disconnected or something, then GAT obviously doesn't work. I did find that out the hard way. I did find that out the hard way. Yes, if your computer crashes, goes down, your GAT does as well. Now, if you have a, stop loss, whatever, at the time, if you had a stop loss, then obviously that protects you, but I wanted to point that out. Lorello is going to stick to his guns until the end of time. I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry for laughing, but it is kind of funny. You got to admit it. There's a time, Lorello, when actually the best thing to do is to admit that you were wrong. It takes a man. It takes a man to admit that you were wrong. Oh, never surrender, never give up. Black Light Gypsy, I love it. Hey, we have all done that, okay? We have all done that. When you get stuck in a trade, it's the worst feeling. It is the worst feeling known to man. The worst feeling is when you're right here and you're like, oh, this thing's just gonna keep ripping. And then you go long. And it, like, for me anyway, it almost always happens this way. I'll enter right here knowing that, like, I'm kind of entering at the top, but my thought process is, hey, I'm just going to capture like 8 ticks. I'm just going to capture like a tiny little move here, and then I'll be gone. And but as soon as you enter, it just spikes lower to where you're like immediately in like a $300-400 loss. And then it's like, well, I wasn't really willing to take that kind of loss. So, you know, and it keeps going against you. And you're like, well, right here I have support, so I'll just buy more right here. So you buy more. And then always what happens, this is just talking from my personal experience, it'll actually bounce a little bit here and it'll give you hope. It'll give you hope. You'll be like, oh yeah, we're in this. We are fine. We're going to test the highs again and I'll be in profit and I'll get out of the trade and everything will be great. It'll do one of these little pullbacks and then it'll go lower. And then you're really, really screwed. Then you're like, well, right here's more support. I'll just buy another one here. Oh, I've done that way too many. Every time I blow an account, that's what happens. Every time. Every time. Lorello. Lorello, I give you credit, okay? I give you credit for sticking to your guns, okay? You're not backing down. I mean, let's ignore the fact that we've ripped now 100 points. I kid you not. We have ripped now 100 points and you're still sticking to your guns that we're gonna crash today. I love it. I respect it. How does GAT protect you when you can just open trade it and go kamikaze mode? Because you wouldn't do that. But no, with Rhythmic accounts, there's a setting on your Rhythmic dashboard, on the GAT dashboard, that you can't open Rhythmic. It prevents you from opening Rhythmic, which then prevents you from opening and trading other platform. Oh. Well, I guess we should have just... I mean, we're just not seeing any pullback here. This is where I get impatient. And this is where I like taking, like, I see these moves and I love taking breakout trades, but it seems like they never work when I try them. I don't know if you've discovered that or not, but right here was a perfect breakout trade. Perfect. But we didn't take it. Up, down, left. Any reason you don't use a VPS or some form of cloud VM to reduce the risk of crashing? Honestly, up, down, left, right. You lost me at VPS. Okay. I'll be honest. You lost me. Yeah, Blacklight Gypsy. I feel like that's often what happens. Or at least for me, when you start averaging down, is like the first time you do it is like when you've committed. Like the first time you do it, then you've committed that account to a potential blowing it because you've already admitted to yourself that you're not willing to take a loss. So the only way that you're getting out of this trade is if it goes your direction and you can get out in profit or break even. You know, but if it keeps going lower or it keeps going against you, you're going to keep buying and averaging down until the account is gone. And that's just, I hate doing that. Yeah, breakout trades are great, but I mean, we had the making of it here. This is where I probably just a little too timid to pull the trigger. And this is where this indicator, oops, I'm showing the wrong screen here. Here we go. Like on this indicator, it actually does help with at least trying to see maybe if there's a potential where we don't have a breakout. But here we definitely had momentum. On this move, there was some nice momentum. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's so easy to say in hindsight, oh, should have traded the breakout there. But H sought the trading platform on a cloud computer, so if your local PC crashes, you trade platform still runs. Ah, I see up, down, left, right. And you can connect from anywhere. Yeah, I agree, Travis. Streaming has definitely at times gotten to where I miss moves because I'm distracted. I'm reading chat or I'm watching, but that's part of it. It's my own fault. Look at all the retail put sellers today. They made sure to keep them as cheap as possible. Here's the thing, Lorello, that you need to consider. When there's sometimes a lot of put, like option put activity in the market, that doesn't necessarily mean that people think it's going lower. Some of these hedge funds use those kind of options as a hedge. Like they'll be long-term bullish, but they'll use short-term options to hedge their positions. So their bigger position is that the market's going up, but they're using options to hedge a smaller position on it. So it's not always how it seems. Why did it rip up? I have no idea. Just because the market does what it wants to do. Flat fee option worth looking into. I'm testing out, and performance has been flawless. That is interesting. Up, down, left, right. I'll definitely look into it. Lavender, yeah. How we doing, Lavender? They are doing complete manipulation. Strings on a puppet, says Lorello. If you're asking the market why, you're asking the wrong question. That is very wise. It's weird how I can read through chat, and it's pretty easy to see people that have been trading for a while and people that are new. It's pretty easy to pick them out. And no offense to the new traders or vice versa. It's just it's interesting. Oh, lit market. I mean, we're not getting no pullbacks, nothing. You would think we're going to get a pullback here. Now, we're just going to predict here. If this thing starts to pull back, Lorello, I don't want you to be freaking out. All right? A pullback is not a crash. All right? Let's just be clear on that. Let's just clear that up right now. Now, I will say this thing is kind of slowly, at least nothing else, the market is resting. Doesn't mean it's going lower. Yeah, big money doesn't care. Exactly. Lorello. Lorello, I need you to, I don't know what you're taking. I don't know what you're on, but I need you, I need you to stop. It's some good stuff, whatever you're on. If I would have taken it, I don't know. It maybe. Honestly, I would have taken it right down here. See, right here, this is where I actually would have liked an entry. Like right here, I would have taken profit right here, and then a breakout trade here. Potentially, yes. He blinked twice in over 30 minutes. Oh man. I don't even, Lorello, I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to ask what that means to you. I don't even want to know. Yeah, Lavender. Hey, where's Kyle? I know Kyle's out there listening. We all know it. He's always listening. So it's okay, Kyle. You can come in and say hi. Whatever happened to Kyle? Well, he was in jail. Lavender. We found him guilty of what was his crime? Let me think. I think we found his guilt. He was guilty of being too boastful. He was guilty of being a know-it-all. So we sentenced him to 1 week of jail. But he was released the beginning of this week. He was released, and he was in chat. He was very nice. There was no complaints. Everything was good. So hopefully that will continue. Yeah, he had a 5-day jail sentence. No, it was not. All right, are we going to pull back here? Is this the top? What everyone wants to know. Place your bets now, or forever hold your peace. I think we're going to pull back at least a little bit. Come on. Come on. Are you serious? Is it really not going to pull back more than this? It's actually depressing. You guys really don't think that is weird? There's a lot of things I think is weird. Here's what I think is weird, Lorello forecasting. I think it's weird that you watched a 30-minute video and what you were focusing on was how many times the guy blinked. That is what I find weird. But hey, that's just me. I mean, to each his own. Oh, you're long under 15,380, Calvin? I'm jealous. I am officially jealous. Look at this. No pullback for you. We go higher. Yeah, man. Unbelievable. I feel betrayed. You're supposed to, hey, maybe not. Come on down. Come on down. Let's test out the waters down here. Maybe the 420s. Come pull back to the 420s and then we'll ride this puppy higher. Come on. Come on down. I'm beginning to think I pay actors to come into chat. You know, sometimes you would think that, right? Is Travis a mod for Nutty? Yes, he is. I hope that's all right. Careful, it may not pull back. I know it might not, but I kind of hope it does. I'm not done yet. I need you to pull back a little bit more. This is where, honestly, it gets a little dicey. It's a little dicey. Where's the pullback coming from? Actually, this is where I want to see this on the fib level. This is the low of day. This is the high of day. Oh man, we got a, jeez. He went from having the hands of a man to a 7-year-old. Straight baby hands. Oh man, you cannot make this up. Oh, I love you, Lorello. Don't ever change. Don't ever change, man. Careful, it may not pull back. Yeah, I know. Clear as day, I'm not lying, brother. I know you're not. That's what's scary. Hey, Calvin Burnett. I agree. I have way more fun when I'm trading with you guys. I have way more fun trading when I'm streaming than I do when I'm alone. When I'm alone, I pound the desk a lot. I talk a lot more to my trades, and sometimes I kind of say some mean things to my charts. And I feel like I don't do that as much when I'm streaming. What is so funny about it? You know what, Lorello? Nothing. It's fine. I just find it. I find it entertaining, or I find it unique of what you pick up, what you see. I think it's pretty amazing. So yeah, Calvin. Pretty sure we all do it. I stopped into Terrible Traders chat yesterday. That guy is hilarious. He cracked me up. I think he's gonna buy Nutty Bars now. I really need to be sponsored by Nutty Bars. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of people that have tried Nutty Bars and potentially now religiously eat Nutty Bars like I do just because of me. I feel like I need a sponsorship with Nutty Bars. If there ever was a better, there was never a better fit for a sponsor than this channel with Nutty Bars. It's just, there wasn't. I don't even care if they would just pay me $10 a month. If they would pay me $10 a month and I get free Nutty Bars for life, I'm down. Sign me up. If I've reached out to them, no. I don't even know how you would do that. Wait, R5 Studios, Nutty Bars are real with a question mark? Come on, man. Come on. Don't tell me that you guys... don't tell me you guys didn't know what Nutty Bars are. Come on. Don't be disrespecting the Nutty Bars. Oh. All right, what time of the day we got? 11:30. Man, I'm waiting for this thing to... All right, we keep pulling back. This 420 is our target. This is what we want to see. You haven't had a Nutty Bar in so long. They used to be my favorite. There you go, Johnny B. See? They're only in every gas station in the U.S. Exactly. You prefer Quaker Chewy Bars. You are dead to me, Garcia. You're dead to me. I'm just kidding. You know, my wife, I love my wife dearly, but she tried to sneak in these healthy, like, peanut butter bars that she thought would be like somehow be able to replace the Nutty Bars. That was a hard no. Not happening. All right. Getting close. Hey! You gotta be kidding me. I'll be back. We missed it. That's what happens when you're distracted sometimes. The wife came home and it is what it is. It is what it is. Some things that needed to be taken care of. Hey, Crypto Monster. How we doing? What was the scare? My wife put or she sprayed me with water. You guys probably couldn't see it. That's what scared me. Yeah, John. Okay, we're back. Oh man, I'm sad that I wasn't here for that setup. Yeah, that makes me sad. Now I have to be careful that I don't start trading with FOMO or something. Man, this thing is just, we're gonna rip this thing to new highs. Oh. Wow, Jack Attack, you just closed your one micro from 346? Oh, that's impressive. That is very close to where I kind of wanted my entry to be, but I wasn't. In a perfect scenario, it would have been, but it wasn't. All right, sorry about that. We're back. I had to get a long text message sent out, but we're back. All right. Oh, now I feel like I missed my setup and everything. Oh, that cost me a lot of money there. Mm-mm-mm. Man, let's see. We break the new highs. It is looking like one of those days. Johnny B. I know better than that. uh Mm-mm-mm. Ay, 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 ay. And there we go, through the 50s. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ah. Now I'm just kind of stuck here. Now I'm just kind of stuck here, not really sure what to do. Man, there's just so much room. There's so much room for this price. We break, like, we are right at that threshold of 450, 460 here. Man, oh man, if we break above this, look out. Hmm. Here we go. Ain't no stopping. Look at this thing go. Oh, man. Should have just gone long and let it go. Ay, ay, ay. I am in a trade on my other account, but man. Wish I would have taken this trade on this account. All right, I want to take it. I mean, it's all right. Oh, I thought about pulling the trigger on there on this on the other account, and I didn't. But at least we took it on the micros. I have a tendency to do that. Like one thing I've noticed, like on this account with minis, I'm a little more hesitant to pull the trigger. Where on my micros, like I'll pull the trigger pretty fast because it's really like, hey, what's the big deal? It's, it's only micros, but just like that, 60 ticks, that's $30. $30 times 20 accounts is still not pretty good money. We'll take it. Now, I did notice that the fib level here is, we're getting very close to that, which was kind of where my now I just want to pull back. Just not happening. It is not happening today. I mean, that's so frustrating. I mean, look at this perfect pullback. I called it and everything. I said, we're going to, when we pull back to the 420s is where I want to look for long. Everything happened precisely how I wanted it to. And then I wasn't here. Oh, make me cry. What can you do? It is what it is. It is what it is. His words are truth. Nice. I hope you're doing okay, Lorello Forecasting. Did you change your bias? Are you now saying it's going higher? Yeah, IST. I need to remind myself of that. That's definitely something I struggle with at times. There is always another trade. There is always another one. I mean, this is a crazy uptrend so far. It's what, 12 o'clock? The Bears are gone. I mean, the Bears have left the building. They are nowhere to be found. Completely evacuated. Now, usually we get like a really big, I mean, this was a pretty decent pullback here, so maybe we'll get another one here, but usually we do. Can we get a pullback? Man, this is just very not much happening. Lavender. Very true. This is true. I mean, is this the only kind of pullback we're going to get? We're going to have to enter on this kind of. Man, oh man, this is rough. Come on. I just can't. I just can't do it. Well, hey, Alpine Trader in the house. How we doing, Alpine? I'm just not doing it. I'm just not going to do it. I am so tempted to go long here. It is not even funny. And it's partially because I got some FOMO going on. So I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Mm, 50% retracement loading. I don't know. Like, see, like when we consolidate like this, and it's just like we're not getting any pullback, it really makes me want to go long. Because that means people aren't willing to sell. Like people are not taking their profits here. They're hanging on. Because that's all it is on these pullbacks on an uptrending day. These are just people taking profits and then other people buying. But it's not happening. I don't know. I might actually maybe I should just call it a day. I'm up nice. I'm in the profit. I'm in the green. It's Friday. There's nothing worse than having a nice week all week long and then giving all your profits back on Friday. There's nothing worse. And right now we're nice and green on all of the accounts, basically all of them. So hmm. Hey, good luck, Travis. Good luck. You're gonna like it. Micro Center is an awesome. Micro Center is the best store ever, especially if you're a nerd. Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Micro Center for the win. What is my thoughts on Walgreens? I mean, it's a pretty decent place to shop. Other than that, I have zero thoughts on it. All right, boys. Man, I think I'm gonna call it. I I am not gonna trade this. Tempted as it is, tempting as it is, just not worth it. Feel like if I trade now, I'm just doing FOMO. Oh. All right. I'm going to call it there, folks. End the day, end the week in green. And I did miss out. I feel like I missed out. Kind of feels bad, but at the same time, green is green and we're fine. It is we're going to take it. We're going to take it. And we'll be back Monday. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate every one of you. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and God bless. Take care.